Welcome to Book Bites. This is the first episode where we'll be talking about Technically Wrong. I'm Adam Garrett Harris.
I'm Jennifer Luker.
I'm Safia.
I'm Jason Staten.
All right, so Safia, you have some recent news since last time, right?
Yes, I do. I am excited to announce that a very special company has decided to take one for the entire tech industry and hire me. For those who've been following me on Twitter or maybe who have sensed anxiety and nervousness in my voice over the past couple of episodes, I've been interviewing and searching for my first post-college full-time job since the fall pretty much, so almost about 6 months now. And I finally accepted a job offer at a company here in Chicago. I'll be joining them as a software engineer, doing probably a little bit of everything, but mostly in the realm of the front end, working with React. I'm super excited not only to be joining the company, but just to be done with the job search process. It is so difficult and exhausting and emotionally wrecking. So it's great to kind of finally be done with all of that and looking forward to start working at a company where I can hopefully learn a ton and contribute a lot.
Congrats, Safia.
Thanks, Jason.
You'll definitely get a chance there to do some of the apprenticeship patterns that we studied last time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear more about how that goes for you.
Yes, I start in 2 months from now, a little less than 2 months, so it's the final countdown.
So who is it we get to thank for taking one for the entire tech industry?
The company is called Tock, T-O-C-K. They're a company based here in Chicago. If you want to learn more about them, the website is just tock.com. And there'll be plenty to read here. It is a company working in the food and restaurant industry, so I'll get a lot of good food out of it, hopefully, in addition to learning a ton and working with cool people. So, yeah.
Cool. And what is this book that I heard about?
Oh, I wrote a book randomly. Oh my gosh, this is turning into catch up with Safia hour.
Yeah.
I would say since probably like late October, I've been working on a book called Exits, which is a collection of short fiction stories. And I've just been working on it and editing it over the past couple of months, and I finally published it earlier this week. By the time you folks listen to this podcast, it'll probably be out in like Kindle and paperback and Google Play and a couple of other places. But I actually self-published it because I've never written a book before, and I don't think anyone would take me seriously if I went around pitching to publishing houses. But it definitely gave me a lot of perspective into the process of like getting a book out there and marketing it and also writing it, and the amount of effort that it takes, which gives me the ability to empathize a lot with some of the authors we're going to be reading and interviewing, because my book wasn't even that long. It's like an hour and 15 minutes to read, but it took me almost like 5 months to write. So
Yeah, now I know why you're asking Dave about the writing process.
yes, I've been very interested in how different people write since I've been working on the book. So that's why I honed in on it.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
All right. So we read Technically Wrong by Sarah Watcher-Betcher, and the subtitle is Sexist Apps, Biased Algorithms, and Other Threats of Toxic Tech. So really quick, what did y'all think of this?
I knew as a woman who's been in this industry for a really long time that there is sexist bias and racial bias, but this pointed it out in more ways than I had even considered.
Yeah, there were a couple of things that surprised me while reading this book. It's very anecdotal, so there's like a lot of examples and stories, which is kind of great. The one thing that really stuck out with this book for me is the fact that it's pretty new. It was published, I think, about 2 years ago. And so a lot of the stories that are mentioned and the, anecdotes are things that actually occurred during my experience or during my time in tech. So it made them super relevant. And it was also interesting to see like people I knew referenced in the book. It was a kind of a cool but a weird feeling to realize that, all of the things that we're building in the tech industry and the mistakes that are made and the harm that is done, in addition to the benefits and the good thing, are part of a history that's going to be like written down and codified and looked back on.
Yeah, there were a lot of things that surprised me about it because I, as a straight white male, I don't see a lot of these things. I saw a lot of reviews where some people said they didn't learn anything new because they've experienced all of these things. So it's interesting to hear that y'all, as women, did learn new things from this.
Yeah. I think the most important dimension of learning for me as a very young person was a lot of the call outs that she made around the tech industry kind of favoring people of a younger age, and some of the things that are done that isolate individuals who are older. There were a couple of things that she mentioned in tech culture that I highlighted, and I was like, oh gosh, I've done that before, and I didn't realize that it was an action that was alienating older individuals.
What about you, Jason?
Definitely an enlightening read. I, along with you, Adam, am a straight white male, and so not all of these things are things that I actively think about. But I think that the book's specific call-outs, especially about some events that I've seen more recently in the news, just have made me a bit more aware of it in the way that I first approach both culture at the company that I work at, but then also considering the product that I'm building as well, in how it can be used, but then also more stress scenarios that it could be used in as well, that I may not be actively thinking about when building things.
So stay tuned for next time when we talk about this more in depth over the next couple of weeks, next couple of episodes, and we'll be talking with the author Sarah as well. Also, we're doing a giveaway of this book where we have 5 signed copies. So once again, that will be at orbit.fm/bookbites/giveaway.